Thanks to the support as a channel member, Bodnik1. I hope you're excited for the cup final today, Mrs Wearmouth. Have you got yourself a nice snazzy suit? The Abbey Stadium in Cambridge. I'll give you a ring afterwards then. Hello and welcome to part 14 of Homegrown. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we will be playing in the final of the Southern League Cup against Needham Market, who are 7 places below us in the league, so fingers crossed. And I'm also going to try and pinpoint and show you the game where we win the Southern Premier League. It's a foregone conclusion at this point. We're 17 points clear with a game in hand. It's just whether or not I'll work out maths. It's whether or not I work out which game to show you correctly so you can see the trophy, because of course last season you missed the trophy presentation. Hopefully you're going to get at least one today in the Southern League Cup final, but that's not necessarily guaranteed because we've had a little bit of a pre-cup final wobble. We hadn't lost a game in the league this year, but at home against Stratford just a couple of days ago, we did. We lost 1-0. We looked pathetic. Bearing in mind we put 7 goals past Rushden not long before that. But yeah, I'm hoping it was just pre-cup final nerves, and once we're into the game itself, we'll be fine. This is a team that we're taking along to the cup final, back to full strength as well. That might be one of the reasons we've been a little bit wobbly recently, because as mentioned, I have done a little bit of rotation to try and get us ready for that cup final. Can I point out as well, in the Rushden game, we were 3-0 up inside 4 minutes, 1 from Barton. So 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. That was a fun day. But yeah, this is the team for the cup final. Get your suits on, boys and girls. Obviously, I wear a suit all the time because I'm not a savage. But the rest of you should put your suits on. It's the cup final. We've got Wright in goal, a back four of Bachelor, Ekpiteta, Davis, Mir and Agungbo. Slam Dunk on the left-hand side of midfield, who, by the way, has signed a contract extension. Slam Dunk is in for next year, which is wonderful news. I'm determined for this man to be my director of football or my head of youth development or some kind of coach. He's unlikely to surpass Mark Wearmouth as the assistant manager, although it would be nice not to have a snake in the midst who's constantly reporting back to his wife. So we might even be able to get that done. But no, if that happens, guarantee Mark ends up director of football. So let's not have him as my boss. That'd be rubbish. But Slam Dunk's in for another year. Cisse, Hodgkinson and Whittaker make up the rest of the midfield. Whittaker isn't fully fit, but he's been out for a little while, and we've been playing all manner of people on the right-hand side of that midfield. So we've got him back, so he will play. And then Pritchard and Beerith up front. Beerith now on 32 goals for the season. Barton's up to 29 after the little run of games that he's had while Pritchard's been suspended and while we've been basically rotating and resting the front two. Pritchard only on 21, so only the 3rd top scorer at the club. But as you know, still my favourite because I love the way he plays, and I'll continue to have him as my first name on the team sheet, even though we've got 2 strikers who proved against Rushden that they work well as a combination, who have outscored him. If we played Beerith and Barton, who knows how many they'd get between them. But look at that, we're getting the fancy animations. Beautiful stuff. It is the look at them with their new gen faces, because they haven't got. That guy's just in normal clothes. Their centre-back was just... He's just in normal clothes, Sonny. You're not going to pose in your kit. He's going to score now. Madness. Right, keep an eye on him. He doesn't do official photos wearing official kits, which troubles me greatly. But we are 15 minutes in and we've not scored yet. Of course, it is... we're at the Abbey, the Shabby in Cambridge. As a Peterborough fan, it troubles me. Those of you who watched the home save that we did on Twitch last year will know that the Abbey Stadium in Cambridge is one of the grounds we ended up ground sharing at during our rise up the leagues, because of course Homewood only has a capacity of 636. We've won a penalty here, so I'll get back to my tales from the past in a moment. Bachelor Ekpiteta, who despite not being top of everybody's best players lists right at the start of the series, has played pretty much every game for the club. He might be our top appearance holder by now. Has just scored a goal from the penalty spot to put us 1-0 up in the Southern League Cup final. But yeah, because Homewood only has a capacity of 636, we ended up doing quite a lot of ground sharing on the way up the league last year before finally getting the stadium of our dreams. And one of the places that we went to was the Abbey Stadium in Cambridge. We spent a little bit of time at Plough Lane in Wimbledon as well, which, I mean, if you've ever looked at a map, you'll know Wimbledon isn't particularly close to home. But I guess they were just trying to find anywhere that we could share with that wasn't a rival, because why they didn't just put us in with Peterborough, I don't know. I guess it's because they're there on the rivals list and it won't let you share with them. But Wimbledon was a weird choice. So there could be, what I'm getting at here is if we're getting promoted to the National League North or South this year, I don't think we'll be able to play at Homewood when we get there. We're obviously not going to be able to build a new ground in time. This could be the first of many games you see us play at the Abbey Stadium. And Beard's just put us 2-0 up. And hopefully the first of many comfortable victories at the Abbey Stadium if this is where we end up. I mean, to me, there must be nearer grounds that are more appropriate. In fact, I think in the Twitch save, we started at Histon, then went to Cambridge, then ended up at Plough Lane, then got our own ground. We were nomads for a little while, but then we eventually found our home. Puns. Love a pun. Right. Pump the fists. All right, then. I'll just stretch my arms out. I am happy with how things are going so far, boys. Please keep it up. It's all going very, very well. 2-0, and we've got our fingers on the trophy. We've beaten Needham Market several times already this year. So hopefully we should be able to hold on to a 2-0 win with not long to go, 20 minutes remaining. We only get 5 substitutions in this competition, which is not ideal because we are still struggling for fitness more often than not. And we're going to bring Davey on. We're also going to bring on Henry Barton to play on the right wing. He's one of many players who has played out there during Whittaker's recent spell on the sidelines, but he can go out there again today. He deserves to be on the pitch. That's for sure, because he is one of our top goal scorers. He's one of our better players. It's just we're blessed with a number of very good strikers. It's why Hodgkinson always plays in midfield, and it's why Barton will play out there today. We're going to bring Tizard on for a Gungbo as well. A Gungbo doesn't deserve to be on the pitch at full time because he's leaving us in the summer. He's doing the dirty, and Barton's in. Barton couldn't quite get his shot away. It falls to Pritchard. Pritchard to Davey. Pritchard shouldn't be. Don't use your feet, Danny. That's not what you're there for. You're just there to be tall and head the football. Please don't ever try and kick it because it doesn't seem to end very well for you. Needham Market with a late flurry trying to get themselves back into the game, but Davey deals with that. Beereth with the flick on. And look, Coots is wearing a kit now. Don't know why he didn't for the team photo, but he's managed to put one on to pick up his loser's medal in a minute. Oh, God, they're in here. Hang on. Oh, my word. What is Wright doing there? Bachelor Ekpiteta. He'll end up our captain. I'm convinced of it. Those of you who've been around for a few years and remember the Nuneaton save, he's going to be the Joe Anderson of this save. He's going to be making his 400th appearance as captain in the championship. But for now, it's going to be Slam Dunk picking up the trophy. I think Slam Dunk's our captain. And where am I? Is that me? That doesn't look like me. Which one of these is me? There I am at the back. There. Oh, I've got my sticky little fingers on it. Look, I tower over Slam Dunk. And look how happy we all are. Come on, boys. The Southern League Cup. It's the big one. It's the one we all wanted. We may as well end the series here. We're never going to hit another high like the Southern League Cup. Beautiful stuff. And that might just be, if I can do maths, only the first of 2 trophy celebrations in this episode. I mean, that was a good shot, wasn't it? Glad they brought the drone. Oh, right. Let's congratulate the boys on a good performance and now try and do some maths and work out what game to show you next. Well, we haven't won the league yet. In fact, we're stuttering a little bit. We drew 1-1 with Banbury, but we have got the new youth intake, which I know you like looking at a youth intake. Now the top players on this, Ollie Keeble, he will not be called Ollie Keeble the next time you meet him, I am sure. One of the name in the game channel members will have him instantly, but 16-year-old goalkeeper with 4.5-star potential ability seems to be the highlight coming out of the youth intake. I'm actually a little bit alarmed how poor the rest of that youth intake looks. We need to have a good summer of transfers over the next few years, I think. Well, I knew it wouldn't take long for him to be claimed. This is our new under 16, under 18 goalkeeper. He now goes by David Carter. As you can see, he's got himself a shiny new face as well. Watch out for that name, because he's probably going to end up our goalkeeper at some point as the only decent player to come through the youth system this year. Nathan Curry, who came through last year, is currently out on loan to Marine, finally getting some football. And Kieran Hodgkinson is away on international duty, which means he won't be there for us to win the league, which is hopefully what's going to happen now. I think I've got my maths right. We're 18 points clear. They've got 6. I think we can do it. The game thinks we can do it too. So it's right in goal. A back four of Bacharek, Piteta, Davis, Mir and Ogungbo. Slam Dunk, Cisse, Davey and Whitaker in midfield. Pritchard and Beereth up front. Let's just go win the league. I don't know if we get a trophy presentation though, because we're away from home. It's some of the romance is lost because we're at home against Bromsgrove next weekend, who of course have been our main title rivals all year. So it would have been nice to, maybe we will. Maybe we'll bottle this one and win it at home against Bromsgrove next weekend and have the trophy presented to us in front of our closest rivals. That might be quite fun, but I'd kind of like to just get it all wrapped up in this match so that we can, so that I can focus on getting this season finished off camera and getting stuck into the transfer special for tomorrow. As having seen that youth intake, we're definitely going to need to focus on bringing in some half decent young players, which I don't know if there's going to be any. I assume there will be. It's whether or not we can afford any, because we are already maxed out on our salaries, and obviously bringing in under 18s from former Premier League clubs or former Championship clubs or whatever it might be, they're going to cost £100-200 a week to bring in. So it's not like we can flood the team with a load of them, because we don't have that kind of money. It's a little bit different to bringing them in on £5 a week on youth contracts, like they would be, like we had Curry and Hodgkinson come through last year. I mean, it's good news for Nathan Curry, because it does mean he's probably going to be part of the first team mix next year, because there's no big Kieran Hodgkinson style star or Harrison Davis style star that's come through this time. You know what? We're not going to win the league today if we're not careful. I'm waffling on. Can we just win the league for good? We haven't won a game since that cup final. Gallagher, get on there. You can be the difference maker. Van der Laan, he hasn't played for ages. And we're going to bring Jaden Forrester on at left back. Just to, I don't know, I promised 2 seasons ago to play a winger at left back. Now we're actually doing it. Come on, boys. This is silly. Right, we have a throw. We're in our lovely, lovely away kit, which we don't wear very often at all. And there is my boy, Danny Pritchard, with a beautiful header. I think it'll be quite appropriate to win the league in our shiny away kit, because it is a beautiful kit. It's basically the reverse colours of the home kit. So the trim on the home shirt becomes the kit on the away shirt and vice versa. And it does look very snazzy. I am very much looking forward to be able to get my hands on a real one, which... Watch this space. I am still working on it. It's always challenging to get these things up and running, but hopefully within a week or two, you will be able to order home shirts, because I know a lot of you have been asking. Plus, this way, by leaving it a little bit longer, you now all know that you want Slam Dunk on the back, whereas if you'd have had the opportunity to order them immediately, you might have been silly and picked somebody else. Gallagher is in there, but the save is made by the goalkeeper. There's always the opportunity as well that there might even be some better players who come along as we head towards the league. I don't know when do we start getting squad numbers? That might be National League. So again, numbers are a little risky until we've got squad numbers. I think Slam Dunk normally wears number 11. Oh, we are having the trophy celebration. Double trophy presentation in today's episode. Beautiful stuff. I've been recording for nearly 2 hours because of the youth intake and messing around with Zealand's face pack and playing the in-between game and all that kind of stuff. But none of it matters now, because we have won the Pitching In Southern Premier Central. What an achievement! We've done the Southern League double, boys and girls. We have spent some money on fireworks, and ticker tape. Ticky tape. Confetti. Confetti. What's the difference? Tape's the one that's actually tape, isn't it? Some of that looks like it might be tape. Most of it, I think, is confetti. Either way, the groundsman's going to be furious. We've gone away from home and covered their pitch in a load of junk. I hope we're sending someone along to clear it up. But we won't worry about that now. We will congratulate the boys on another job well done. And let's just see what Mrs Wearmouth's got to say about it. If we head back round to the inbox, we've got budgets, that's for sure. The confirmation, we've done the double. Pritchard's getting a goal bonus. Now, budget for next year, still no transfer budget, but we have now got £6,200 as a wage budget. So what I was saying before about not having the money to go out and get some youngsters in, that maybe is changed, because I think pretty much everybody is tied down for next year at this point, apart from Magungbo, who we know is leaving. So we shouldn't need to offer too many new contracts to these guys and increase their salaries. So fingers crossed we can bring in 5 or 6 decent under 18s again, like we did last summer, to fill out some gaps in the squad and go again next year. So transfer special tomorrow, boys and girls. Going to be a lot of fun. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.